After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this is a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and this is what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that
set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
To throw now, here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. Love now. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Makes it 3rd.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now here's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Tucker Kraft.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They'll drop this off to Pacheco. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Pacheco. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Mahomes now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Intended for Mecole Hardman.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
Daniel Whelan in punt formation for the Packers.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Maybe a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Josh Jacobs, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Love will try with his legs. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Here's Pacheco once again. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And we've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 3-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. That's complete to Dobbs. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
It's 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, nice move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down.
2nd and inches.
Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Play action this time with Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
That's another Packers first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden from 8 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off-play action. Here's Mahomes. And it is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, 36 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember the off. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Love looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw now. Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Love now. Eluding the... And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. The second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Packers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
To throw again on second down. Love. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now here's Mahomes. And they'll get this just to the 47th, 1-yard gain. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Now third and 5.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Love, they go play action now. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 66 yards.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
27.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
Mahomes going to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
And he fires one incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out?
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Devontae Wyatt forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down.
For the Chiefs field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their own 26. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Packers first down. First and 10.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
It's a gain of 16
That one
yards.
good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brings up second and 9.
Love. That's a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Love fires that quickly outside.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
In motion, the tight end.
At the 38-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 16-yard line.
162 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
On the option level, hang on to it.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Here's Love.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
McManus on for the Packer field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
3rd and 2.
Now here's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Mahomes. Finding Hardman.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 46-yard line.
Mahomes will throw. Locates Hardman for another catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5.
It's a gain of 20. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here now, second and goal. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 5. A little over 30 seconds remaining. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Here's Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Now Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Packers first down.
And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. Here's second down. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. One last shot now for Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Another great moment for this historic franchise. The Lombardi Trophy once again belongs to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.